Welcome to Learn English Easily channel. Today we are going to study the chapter of class 10 English, chapter 4 from the diary of Anne Frank. Anne Frank was born on 12 June 1929 in Frankfurt am Main, Germany. She lived with her parents Otto Henry Frank and Edith Hollander and her older sister Margaret. Anne Frank, when she was 13 years, her family gave her a diary where she wrote all her feelings of the horrible situation. It was one way she could express herself during those hard times. Plus, it was a way of entertainment. When Anne Frank is given a diary of her 13th birthday, she immediately fills it with the details of her life, descriptions of her friends, boys who like her, and her classes at school. Anne finds comfort writing in her diary because she felt she had difficulty opening up to her friends, and thereof she has no true confidence, means whosoever she could believe or had faith in, confide in, and also regards her perceptions of herself. She does not think she's pretty, but she's confident that her personality and other good traits make up for it. Through her writing, Anne comes across as playful and comical, but with a serious side. The author feels that author herself is Anne Frank. She feels that it is strange and unusual for her to write in a diary about her feelings and her experiences because it was the first time she was doing it. She feels this because she thinks that in the future no one would be interested in reading about a young school going girls past. She thinks that later even she will not be interested in reading it, but then she puts these thoughts away and decides that she should write if she feels like doing so. She feels the need to write because there were a lot of thoughts she had been holding on to lately and she needed to get them off her mind. It is known that writing one's thoughts act as therapy. She makes the decision of writing a diary. The author, as I've told you, Anne Frank, feels that paper has much more capacity to absorb thoughts than people. People have low patience levels, but a piece of paper, being a non-living thing, would not refuse from absorbing her thoughts. This realization came to her one day when she was feeling more sad and confused than usual. She could not even decide whether to go out or stay at home at that time. When she finally decided to stay at home, she sat being depressed, means sad, and in deep thought. Again, she thought that paper had more patience and she decided to write everything that came in her mind because she did not intend on making someone read it unless she found a real friend. By real friend, she meant a friend with whom she could share all her secrets. The author then comes back to the point where she thought of beginning to write. She then goes on explaining why she feels the need for a friend. She feels that no one is going to believe that a young girl like her is so alone. She's not, because she has a loving family, near about 30 people that can be called friends, loving aunts, and a good place to stay. This depicts a clear picture of a happy family. But the one thing that lacks in her family, her life is the presence of a true friend with whom she can share everything. She does have a good time with friends. They talk about stuff, but not real stuff that is actually going on in their lives. Despite trying hard, they are unable to get closer. She feels that maybe it is her who is not able to trust anyone with her private stuff, means the material matters, issues of her life, that she is not able to come to any close to her friends. Usually, when someone is writing in a diary, they list down all the facts about them in a formal manner. She, which the author means she does not want to do. This is because she wanted to give her need for a friend a shape and thus decides to name the diary as Kitty, hoping that someone would read her diary one day. She thinks that writing without giving details about the background story would be ineffective. So, despite not wanting to do so, she gives brief details about her life. She refers to her father as the most lovable father one could get. Her father married her mother when he was at the age of 36 and she was 25. She and her sister Margaret were both born in Frankfurt. As soon as Anne turned 4, her father moved to Holland, followed by her mother in September. While both the sisters stayed with their grandmother in Aachen, Margaret was also sent to Holland in December, followed by Anne in February, who was brought as a birthday present for Margaret. In Holland, Anne was sent to Montessori Nursery School. It was her first school. She started from first form. She had Mrs. Copres, the headmistress, as her teacher in sixth form, who even cried at the time of farewell. In 1941, the author's birthday could not be celebrated well because her grandmother fell ill and underwent an operation. Unfortunately, her grandmother left them in January 1942 and misses her grandmother more than anyone knows. This is year's birthday was to be celebrated with great zeal means excitement so as to compensate for last year's. She then mentions that her family is doing well, which sums up her background and brings her to the present date of June 20, 1942, when she is writing her diary. On June 20, 1942, and begins writing diary in her writing in her diary, addressing it as friend Kitty. She mentions how her entire class is nervous about their results. It is unpredictable and will be decided by a meeting of teachers in which they will select students to be moved to the next class or kept back. Many students were making bets. Some had put in their entire summer savings at stake, means at risk, means they bet each other about the results. She and friend G also made fun of the nervous boys. They kept on saying to each other that I'm not going to pass, while others would console them and say, yes, you would. So she was polite as she tried to stop them from making noise while and scolded them, but none of it worked. According to N, about a quarter of class should not be allowed to pass because they hardly respond to take part in any of the activities. She refers to them as dummies, but this may not be the case because teachers' decisions can't be predicted. So she also tells about the great relationship with the teachers, except the maths professor. He was constantly irritated by the author's talkativeness despite several warnings which prompted him to give her extra homework as punishment. The first one was to write an essay on chatterbox, which she thought was a weird topic to write on because What could one write about that? For a moment, she wrote the topic in her notebook, kept it in her bag, and the chapter continues. You can see a picture of a teacher teaching in the class. As it has been mentioned that one maths teacher was irritating, and he used to punish her as and called her chatterbox, as she was in the habit of talking much. The author came across the note she made as reminder for the essay after she had finished the rest of her homework. She began thinking about the topic while chewing the tip of my fountain pen is a gesture that signifies a person is in deep thinking, while anyone could mention random stuff written for the sake of filling pages. She wanted to present concrete arguments in support of talking. She mentioned that she will try to better herself as a student, but talking is something that cannot be eliminated completely, means removed completely. This is because she got it as an inherited trait from her mother, and this is how she ended up writing 3 pages on the topic. The professor found Anne's arguments to be amusing, but when she did not stop talking in the next lesson also, he gave her yet another assignment as punishment. The topic was an incorrigible chatterbox. Incorrigible refers to a bad habit that is difficult to change, which is very difficult to be changed. He gave her this topic because he was annoyed of her unstoppable chattering during his lessons. On receiving this assignment, the professor did not say anything to her for a while, but when he lost his patience, he handed her yet another assignment as punishment on the topic. Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. The class roared. I had to laugh too, though I'd nearly exhausted my ingenuity on the topic of chatterboxes. So these are the words that she has spoken and written in the chapter. It was time to come up with something else, something original. My friend Son, who who's good at poetry, offered to help me write the essay from beginning to end in verse, and I jumped for joy. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with this ridiculous subject, but I'd make sure the joke was on him. So these are the words taken from the chapter itself, as written by Anne Frank. When the professor scolded her for the third time and punished her, the whole class started laughing. As a result, she had to pretend to be amused too. After writing twice on similar topics, she ran out of thoughts. Thus, her friend Son, who was good at poetry, offered her to help her write in rhyme. This whole assignment scenario was to make Anne feel ashamed, but she made sure that she gave an effective reply. So she finally wrote her third assignment in the form of a poem. She turned out to be great. She wrote a style that a father swan bit his 3 baby ducklings to death because of their noisy nature. To her good luck, the professor took it lightly. The professor recited the entire poem in front of the class while giving his own remarks. Simultaneously, the author, being unfortunate enough, talked uninterruptedly after this incident without any further homework. As punishment, also Mr. Keesing, the professor, started cracking jokes every now and then in front of the whole class. Thanks for watching this video.